afternoon, everybody, and welcome. My name's Mark Sumich. I'll be your auctioneer here this afternoon. If you do have any matters that needing attending to at any particular time of the auction, please let me know and I'll attend to them promptly so you can press on with your bidding and hopefully become the buyer of this wonderful home here today in St Heliers. So welcome to that particular suburb where it's clear that Auckland's elite have gathered. Ladies and gentlemen, they are here in large numbers. It's never a difficult decision to park yourself in this part of East Auckland. Plenty of people have done it with some resounding success stories over the years. The people involved in the corporate side of life, they're here, and influential citizens in Auckland and in wider New Zealand, they're here as well, and you can join these ranks over some stage in the next 15 minutes. We have residents of longevity. They tend to move into the area and they stay here because they are joining an elite group, and today it'll be just your chance to get in amongst them. This is where the valleys and the promontories come to the fore in these parts of St Heliers. They're party to substantial land holdings, there's no doubt whatsoever about that, and indeed significant homes, both in size and in architectural significance, are prominent right through this part of Auckland. We have those wide northerly views, of course, taking in both the Channel, Rangitoto, of course, right up to the East Coast bays, no doubt about that, and beyond us in the immediate proximity, down the valley, taking in the green belt. The village itself, well, it's not quite known internationally, but it's fair to say that St Heliers itself has some international significance. This probably wouldn't be out of place, whether it be Sydney or even, say, San Francisco. Some real similarities, I believe. But we have that old world feel down at the village. It's the sort of place where, well, let's put it this way, the butcher knows your name and the stationer delivers your weekly bulletin to you, no problem at all. This is what St Heliers is all about. The neighbours, well, they tend to know your first name. There's no problem with that, of course. And if you need a babysitter at the last minute, you only got to knock on the door next door. It's just as simple as that. That's what this part of Auckland is all about. High standards are the norm, and you will be expected to maintain those if you move into this particular part of town. Now, I'm here on behalf of Cahill Real Estate. Joanne Mark's done all the work and a splendid job at that. Our owners have presented the place beautifully, and I wish them the very best of luck here today. I'm going to run through some of the terms and conditions of the auction, then give you a brief summary of what we've got up for offer today. We're here today on behalf of RG and HG Walters, selling their property at 46 Polygon Road, St Heliers, Auckland. It's 809 square metres, more or less being lot 10 on DP 18034. And all contained on that freehold title, volume 671, folio 115 in the North Auckland Registry. Now, we have an extensive chattels list. I'm not going to burden you with all of those. You've had ample time to read them over preceding weeks. But suffice to say, the exclusion is noted of the two fridges and the garden furniture. They will be winging their way back over the Tasman with some particular emphasis on the owner's garden furniture, apparently. Now, the good news for you is that we're offering you vacant possession on the property, and settlement is down for the 19th of October 2006, just the 1 month which for you to come up with the moolah. Now, if you don't settle on that date, you'll pay penalty interest. You'll be burdened with 15% per annum at that, so don't go there. And of course, all bids today, well, they're inclusive of GSTs. What you bid here today is what you end up paying for the property. Now, the owners, of course, have given me a reserve figure. I won't disclose that to you, but subject to it being reached here today, the highest bidder will be the purchaser. If a dispute arises concerning any bid, the property should be put up for sale at the last undisputed bid. That's right, there'll be no exceptions to that. And the auctioneer may refuse any bid. You can't retract your bid, and if I choose to bid at any stage on behalf of the owner, I will alert you to that fact immediately, so to avoid any confusion whatsoever. Now, if you are the buyer here today, we need you to do two simple things. Sign the contract, pay a deposit. And the deposit, well, it needs to be equal to a nice, neat 10% of the purchase price. And with some of the money I've seen in this room here today, that won't be a problem at all. I'm not going to burden you with any more of the terms and conditions. I'm going to assume you sat up like I did last night and read them, you understand them, and to be blunt, I'm going to assume that you're bidding on them here today. Can I make that assumption? Jolly well looks like it. Excellent news. Right, well, look, earlier today I spoke to Mr Nicholson. He lives over the road at number 41, and he told me that he watched this builder's own home emerge some 13 years ago. And to be blunt, he said, well, at 416 square metres, or well over 4,500 square foot, he assured me that no expense had been spared in the construction of this property. Certainly it took an eternity to build. So I can tell you that we have some rubber stamping from the immediate neighbours about our quality today. And with that, of course, comes solidity. And that's what we want in any home nowadays. Permanence, just like most of the residents in this particular part of St Heliers, and yet pragmatism, ladies and gentlemen. We have an unpretentiousness about the home, but it is what it is, and it seems to fill all the necessary credentials and essentials that people are looking for in big homes in this part of Auckland. The accentuation is on the glass. There's no question of that. Floor to ceiling, in fact, in some parts of the home. But that exaggerates the wraparound decking that we have over many of the levels, and for sure will bring the inside to the out, and the contrary, of course, to make the easy living on the northern wing of this house. It's a magnet for the sun. There's no question about that whatsoever. And it allows top to bottom entertaining, folks, given that we have 4 levels on offer here today. The utility areas are without compromise. They've been recently upgraded. And with that 4 levels, certainly upstairs we have a hideaway for whatever use you might like. Downstairs with its separate entrance for the teenagers. I can see them nodding in the audience already. Yes, it's yours, and you don't have to tell anyone when you get home. It's there for you. It's perfect. The recently enhanced garden out beyond the pool, well, I found some real upside in that. It's an absolute charmer, ladies and gentlemen, the combination of railway sleepers, some extra rocks that have gone in to make it something special, down through those native trees and that gently winding path. You can sniff it there today. The pahutakawas were there, the cabbage trees and others. They're all there in that idyllic private retreat that it is at the back end of our 5th acre, ladies and gentlemen. Now look, the waters are leaving what we call Villa Romano 93. They're doing it reluctantly. As I say, they are heading off to greener pastures, one might say, but they have enhanced many New Zealanders' lives, and dare I say wallets. And I won't be surprised to see some nods in the crowd here today over that, in their time in St Heliers. An outstanding couple. They deserve an outstanding price for what is an outstanding home. I'm going to give you, and put it up for offer here now, 46 Polygon Road, St Heliers, if there are no...
1.9.
Hang on, I've got a question.
Sorry, firstly over here. Sorry, ma'am, what was that?
1.9.
Look, I'll come back to you shortly, ma'am, if you wouldn't mind, because I was just going to ask a question.
I've got a question.
No, the gentleman in the second row was first, if you wouldn't mind, sir. Just please bear with me, and I'll come to you shortly. Thank you. Hope the bidding's like this.
A code of compliance for some recent work in the property hasn't been available prior to the auction. Can you confirm whether that certificate's now available?
Sir, the code of compliance under, I assume you're talking about permit HC 95-08830, that is to do with the new study internal alterations, and the code of compliance has not been provided yet, but under the terms of the contract, my vendor warrants to have that for you on settlement date, sir. That satisfy you and enable you to bid on today? Great. Look forward to you commencing proceedings in a moment. Now, we had another issue here in the third...
Yes, sir, that downstairs games room, could that be modified and rented out as a flat?
Well, sir, it's interesting you should say that, because with the wet bar that's there, that facility looks quite likely. And given the fact that under the current zoning, it is a 2-unit site with the 809 square metres, there would be a genuine chance of that occurring. You'd have to go and talk to council about that, but with the allowability of the land being 809 square metres and the residential 6A zoning allow for one dwelling every 375 square metres, I think they'll look pretty favourably on that, just quietly. Hope you can enter the fray a little later. Or shortly. Yes, ma'am.
I noticed that the lift doesn't have a current warrant of fitness, and I assume that it should have. Can you clarify that for me, please?
Yes, and accordingly, along with this gentleman on his question there about the code of compliance certificate lacking, there will be, under the warranty provided by our owner, there will be a warranty for the lift there on the settlement date. That's part of our contract, and that's why our auction contract is so wonderful for all parties involved. Will that satisfy you, ma'am? Thank you for your question. Anybody else?
1.9.
You want to start at 1.9. I love you. 1.9. Beautiful. Where was that? 2 million. Nice timing, sir. In you come. 2 million, no problem. Should we keep going in hundreds? We won't be here long. At 2 million it is. 2.1 in the front row. Welcome to the fray. At 2 million with 2.2 straight away. Everyone wants to own this property. Why wouldn't you? At 2 million, 3 now. At 2,300,000 the third row. Can I say 4 on anybody's behalf? Ma'am?
25.
25. Look, I might come back to you for that if you wouldn't mind. I'd consider 50 at this stage. 25. Look, I'll come back to you if you don't mind. I'm going to lodge a bid on behalf of the owner at $23.50 right now, $2,350,000. This is not for sale at that level, I can assure you, but I'll come back to you when I'm needing a quarter if you don't mind. I'll take 50s all round if I need to, though. At $2,350,000, is there 2.4 anywhere today for a high-quality freehold residence on the promontory in St Heliers at 2.35, and the bid's mine. Can I say 2.4 on your behalf or here, sir, because none of you have spent anything yet? Time you run now, ma'am. At 2,350,000, say 2.4. Take a bit of solace in the fact that everyone seems to want to pay the same sort of money here. At 2,350,000, it's mine. At Polygon, first call. At 2,350,000, is there 2.4 in the room, surely? Twice then this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,350,000, say 2.4 if you will. All out. Third and final call at 2,350,000. All done? Sorry? 75,000 or 2,375. We'll run with that now. We're into the quarters, ma'am. I said I'd come back to you when we did that, but hey, I'm here now, still here, and I'll be here till the hammer hits the hand, I can tell you, at 2,375,000. Can I interest you at 25 or here? 2.4 it is. Welcome back, sir, at 2,400,000 for the want of another 25 now. In or out now, ladies and gentlemen, for a fine piece of freehold real estate at 2.4. Where are we? Not yet. You're insistent on talking me down, aren't you? I'm loving your work, loving your effort, but not yet. Come back to you again if you don't mind. At 2 million... Sorry? Go on then. We're all in a good mood. No problem. 2,420,000. Love to see 2,450 if you've got it though, sir. Could you give me that? At 2,400,000... No, not yet, sir. I'll come back to you if you don't mind again. At 2,420,000, keen to keep it in 20s if I need to, though. At $2,420,000, looking for 40 if you've got it here. What about the front row? Didn't expect to buy with one bid today, did you, sir? At 2,420,000, and I can tell you now the bid's back with me on behalf of the owner at 2,440,000 now. Keen to see another 20 from you, ma'am, to keep things progressing along.
2,475,000.
Beautiful. Loving your work, sir. 2,475,000. Can I say 2.5 then? Make it 2.5. You won't forget what you paid for it. 2.5 it is. Keep it rolling in 25s if I need to. At 2.5. So, no, not yet. Look, I've had a lot of trouble with women in my life, and you're continuing the trend. At 2.5 it is over here. Still looking for 25 if you've got it now. 2.5 is the money over here. 25? Not yet. Come back again. At 2,500,000 I'm bid. At 46 Polygon. Here we go. First call at 2.5 for the one of 25 now, ladies and gentlemen. Stamp your authority on proceedings. Come on and grab it. Get those keys. You got a month to set it up. At 2.5. Going twice. The bid's back here with me at 25, ma'am. It's still again you. And over here at 2,525,000. Looking for another quarter if I can. Say 2,550 if you will. At 2,525,000. It's still mine. I own it on behalf of the Waters. You help me out.
2,530,000.
No, not yet, sir. I'm going to come back to you for an increment like that. I still need to see a nudge in excess of that. Looking for 2,550 if you've got it. Because the money's with me at 2,525. No problem at all. Look for 25 if you like. Here if you will. First call at 2,525,000. Sir, time you run now. Get in there. Dictate it. A quick retort's the way to buy property round here. Second call at 2,525,000. Third and final call then. I'll tell you what, it's back with me again at 2,550,000 on behalf of the owner. No problem whatsoever. I'm not going to let it go at that. 75 it is. At 60, we're into the 10s at last. Nope, 70 straight up. At 2,570 it is. At 2,580 now. At 90 up front. At 2.59 and 2.6 on the dot. At 2,600,000 here at Polygon. Going for the one of 10 now. Bid me away, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,600,000. That's the money on my left. Going. First call at 2.6. Do it now, ma'am. The 10. Get in there. Put it up front. You just had to be first to do it, didn't you? You don't, unlike some of the women I've come across in my life. It's beautiful, but you can still own it. We're playing for keeps here, man. At 2,600,000 for the one of 10. You with me or not, gentlemen? Ladies, at 2.6. What about the young lady in the middle here who asked the question? Would you like to give me 10 at this stage? At $2,600,000. What about here, sir? Sure. First call at 2,600,000. Can I say 10 on your behalf? Or here, going twice at 2,600,000. 10,000 surely. It won't break the bank. You're talking about a lifetime here in St Heliers. Third and final call at 2 10 it is. No, 5. We'll run with that right now. 2,605,000. I welcome your return, sir. Lovely timing.
Can you just hold on? I just want to make a call.
No problem, sir. Press on.
He's had 4 weeks.
Steady on. Everybody's got a chance.
I don't have boxing gloves, sir, so we can't sort that out here. It's obvious you can't live together, so I'll have to sort you two out here. 2,605,000 is the bid right here.
What's your bid?
2,605 right here up front, big and strong. For the want of another 5, ma'am, that might interest you. It's hardly even a good weekend in St Heliers, I can tell you that.
2,620.
2,620, loving your work. 25 immediately. It's against you in a bold retort. Sir, you need to chime back in and show them who's dictating authority here at 2,625,000.
Well, you're welcome to your opinion, sir.
Well, it's fine. $2,625,000 it is, up front. He's owning it at the moment at $2,625,000 at Polygon. Polygon, rectangles, triangles. I need another bid from you, sir. Give yourself a chance. At 2,625 for 809 bulletproof square metres on the promontory, on the ridge, the big aspect. It goes once, twice at 2,625 in the front row. 30. 5,000, is it? 1,000. No problem. 2,626 is the bid. And a whole heap of noughts. 26, 4, 2,630 it is. Bit of astute bidding kicking in here, and time to change strategy. 31 it is, at $2,631,000 for the want of another bid. In this third row, how's the phone call going? Yes, sir.
I'll make it 2.7.
How much auction is it? Public auction. What's this bloke on about?
I'll make it 2.7.
Can we hear what he's saying?
One moment, please.
This is public auction.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
2.7. I can have 7.
What's going on?
Sir, I have no authority to do that at this stage. This gentleman's just asked me to improve his bid to $2,700,000 on the basis of a longer settlement. I don't have authority to do that here today. And as far as I'm concerned, the bid here at $2,700,000 can't be accepted at this stage. It's 2.631 here, and it's against you, sir.
2.7 if I can have settlement.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, I can't oblige you of that here today, unfortunately. It's a shame. I'd love to have given you that opportunity. And wouldn't it make good business sense to secure it in 1 month's time at a touch less than that, possibly? At $2,631,000. And all you other bidders should take notice. Get in there and buy it now, because here's a buyer in excess of this in a couple of months' time at 2.7. Makes common sense to me. At $2,631,000. In and out. Once. Twice then. At 2,631. Big and strong. Are you all out? Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, would it make any difference to you if I told you I'm going to sell it at that level? At $2,631,000 here, in the third row, gentlemen holding the bid, I'm going to sell it for the want of another bid. Sir, the opportunity is about to extinguish in front of you, because I'm going to sell it to this gentleman at $2,631,000 for the want of another bid. First call. Happy to take a single if I need to. All out here. Twice now. At 2.631 it is. Third and final call today at 46 Polygon. Are you all out, sir? You are. It's been a great bidding effort from you. Unfortunately, you're going to come second at the moment. I'll give you one last chance to change your mind. All out here, ma'am. Thank you for your timing. Here, sir. Here, all out. And over here. I need an answer, sir, on the phone, please, if you wouldn't mind, because the property's had its time. At $2,631,000. All out. When the paper hits the hand, there'll be no second chance. You can take home a few brochures. That'll be all we have left at $2,631,000. All done at 46 Polygon. Thank you for your bidding. Going and sold to you, sir. Congratulations. Well done. Obvious commiserations to our underbidders. I appreciate the effort that's gone in from all of you here this afternoon. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.